Communication is simply the act of transferring information. Before the existence of technologies, people communicate using various mediums of communication such as letters, face-to-face interaction, and non-verbal communication. Today, people use smartphones and computers to send text messages and emails as they are easier and faster. As communication is constantly changing, language forms and usage have evolved from just words to graphic symbols such as emojis. According to Skiba 2016, emoji comes from the Japanese character picture and moji, which means character, used to express emotions in electronic communication. Badoyan 2016 said that women are more emotionally expressive of the genders and they tend to express socially acceptable feelings more than men. Hamza Al-Shankiti 2016 said that humans have always needed to communicate and in particular communicate their feelings and emotions to one another. Chen et al. 2017, on the other hand, said that we often use body language and facial expressions to better express our emotions, but they cannot be used in text communication. Instead, people use emojis as a way of expressing feelings and emotions in the digitalized world. Using emojis does not only require the sender's creativity, but also the receiver's ability to interpret the meaning behind the emoji usage. Thus, misinterpretation might happen if the emojis are not used correctly and fail to convey the real message. It can also be challenging to figure out the real intention of communicating and expressing emotions in text messages as compared to face-to-face interaction. Communication is complex and the use of emojis can either clarify or confuse the receiver. The research objectives are to identify the emojis used in women's interaction to express emotions and to investigate the effects of emoji usage in women's interaction towards the purpose of interaction. The research questions are: what are the emojis used in women's interaction to express emotions? And how does the emoji usage affect the purpose of women's interaction in expressing emotions? The significance of the study is that by using emojis in communication is an effective way to convey sensible information in a short text through graphic symbols, and also to further understand the reasons why women use certain emojis in communication. However, the study is bound to certain limitations, such as the findings from the study are limited and cannot be generalized since the data only came from a group of people from just one type of mobile application, which is the WhatsApp Messenger, and not from several types of mobile applications. And the selection of emojis used in text communication may not indicate the sender's real intention of communication.
For the literature review, the first conceptual framework is from Holmes' Social Dimension Scale in 2008. We'll be looking at a social distance scale, participle relationship, a status scale, the participle relationship, a formality scale, setting and type of interaction, and two functional scales, referential or affective. Look at the figure 2.1 social dimension scales by Holmes 2008. The first one is concerned with the participant relationship, whether it is high solidarity or low solidarity. If it is intimate, it is high solidarity, and if it's distant, it is low solidarity. The second one is a status scale, which is also about the participant relationship, whether high status or low status, and formality scale, that is related to setting or type of interaction, whether it is high formality or low formality. And the fourth one, it's a referential and affective function scale, which are relating to the purpose or topic of interaction, like low information or high affective. The second one is Peirce's triadic model, representing sign from 1839 until 1914. It includes three main modes, which is representament, interpretant, and object. Look at the figure. That is the semiotic of Charles Sanders Peirce. The first one is referent or object, which is what the sign stands for or represents. It's like the person that will look at the object. The next one is representament or signifier, the symbol, the form of the sign, like in this case is emoji. And the last one is interpretant, which is the sense made of the sign, the interpretation of that person, the interpretation of referent. In this chapter, we'll be looking at the past studies as well, 2.3 emojis. By Argyle, 1994, non-verbal signals are an important and fundamental aspect of face-to-face communication. Next, by Whitmer and Katzman, 1997, emojis are associated with graphical accents. The third one is female express their emotions by using emojis, Wolf 2000. Next, emojis are more expressive compared to emoticons, although they represent each other in some ways by Pavalanathan and Einstein 2005. Besides that, by Dirks, Bos and von Gromko 2008, the usage of emoticons is to strengthen the expression, express sentiment, express humor and sentiment. The last one is recurrence of the use of emojis is popular in South America and Southeast Asia compared to in other countries by Pfizer 2016.
There are several studies that look at women's interaction in expressing emotions. The first one is a study by Chen et al. 2017 to explore the emoji usage through a gender lens by the Android users, and the findings showed that in expressing emotions, female used emojis more than male did, and they used one or multiple emojis in a message. Females also frequently use the face-related emojis depending on the scenarios. Huang 2014 did a study to investigate the role of emoticons in text messaging on mobile phone from 1 to 6 college students in Korea. Based on the results, it can be concluded that the emoticons used in interaction were highly associated to socio-emotional context. And the female students, they used emoticons frequently to express their emotions and intimacy, and they were more emotionally expressive and used more nonverbal cues as compared to males in text messaging. The third study was done by Parkins 2012 to examine the emotional expressivity of men and women in the realm of social networking sites such as Facebook and Twitter, and the results showed that women are the more emotionally expressive gender in using the emotional expressive markers, and the emotions of happiness, sadness, and fear are more associated with women. The last study by Lawsup et al. 2014 aimed to analyze the emotional expression and communication style used in Wikipedia discussions, and from the findings, it can be said that the female contributors, they actually used a manner that promotes social affiliation and emotional connection more than male editors in interaction, and the female editors, they were more relationship oriented, and different editors, they tend to interact with other editors who actually have the same emotional styles as they do.
For methodology, the research design will be using qualitative method. The research participants is 6 female members in a WhatsApp group. Research instrument will be using mobile application, WhatsApp Messenger. For data collection procedure, data will be collected through unstructured observation. It will be collected via WhatsApp group that has both the researchers and the participants, and before it begins, the participants are well informed that their interactions are being observed, and the data collected will be kept confidential and will only be used for the purpose of the study only. And the data will then be screen captured for further analysis. For data analysis procedure, the data will be analyzed through semiotic analysis and text analysis. For semantic analysis, the emojis used in the conversation will be analyzed by using Peirce's triadic model. And text analysis, text from WhatsApp group will be analyzed to answer the research question by using home social dimension scale.
That's all from us. Thank you.